Hello everyone, I'm Jay Coker, Chairman of the Board of Producers Rice Mill. We're coming to you with a report that we refer to as our mid-season report. We've got about 45 days left of the growing season, and we want to bring to you some information that we feel like you might have use for. Just last week on June 30th, USDA came out with an updated acreage report, I guess we would call it. They forecast the U.S. rice acreage as being down 4%. While 4% does not seem like that big of a number, it's following a reduction in rice acreage from the previous year of about 15%. Typically, you'd have to go back 10 years to find 2 subsequent years of an acreage reduction in the rice acreage that is planted. You may wonder why rice acreage would be down 2 years in a row when that's historically has not happened very often. If we go back to March, when a lot of farmers were making these decisions, they were acquiring their seeds, their fertilizers, all their inputs. We had a lot of uncertainty, world events, rising interest rates, a lot of uncertainty. They felt like maybe there were some alternatives and maybe a safe haven. A crop such as soybeans seemed to take a lot of the rice acreage. Soybeans can be grown with about half the cost of production of an acre of rice. So many growers chose to do that. There are other events and things that go into the farmers' minds. The management, the labor, irrigation expense, all these things that may be a little more significant in a rice crop relative to a bean or corn crop drove a lot of farmers to increase some of their acreage on their farms to more soybeans. So let's shift our attention now to the acreage that is planted, and let's talk about the condition of that crop. Right now we're going into the last critical stage of plant development. We've got some extremely hot weather ahead of us. The month of June was hotter and drier than normal. Where we're standing today, it's been about almost 40 days since we had the last measurable amount of rainfall. So the high daytime temperatures, and then more importantly probably we find, are the high nighttime temperatures. So those temperatures at night tend to affect the quality of the crop and the yield as well. As you know, we have very little control over the effects of Mother Nature. The environment the rice is growing in, it is what it is at times. Things that impact milling yield and our field yields, such as these high temperatures, there are advancements in the breeding program. There are new variety releases coming. There are things that have been done to help reduce the effect of these high nighttime temperatures, whether it's the development of the kernel, disease resistance, things like that help the plant to become less impacted by these high nighttime temperatures. The milling yield and the quality of the rice is set at this time, so the next 30 days is critical to our milling yield and the quality of the rice that we'll be harvesting. So what does a rice plant look like at this stage, 30 to 45 days from harvest? If you'll notice this plant, you don't see anything significant that would make you think that we're getting close to harvest, but the panicle, the grains are in the sheath right here. They're moving up. They're probably 3 to 4 inches long. It will eventually, over the next few days, it'll move up and actually start to come out of the sheath itself, and we end up with this is a developing panicle that is in the stalk. This will finish its upward movement, and then pollination will occur, and these grains will hopefully all fill out. So this rice that we're looking at right now, it's about 45 days from harvest, to give you an idea. As we finish up the growing season over the next 30 to 45 days and move into harvest, we want to recognize that there have been some challenges. There's been some obstacles that the producers membership has had to overcome, but by and large, I think most of the members feel like the condition of the crop, the stage of the crop right now, all these factors, they feel good about where they are at this point. So everybody is optimistic. Farmers typically always are. So we're looking for a good harvest, a quality crop, something that Producers Rice Mill members, employees, and everyone can be proud to handle and to market, and we look forward to bringing you that information as we move into harvest.